This is Michi Hoyer, this is ACR Zakspeed, and welcome to the 11th race in the F1 2018 personal career mode of mine. We're already loading up the game, so we've had, I think, a remarkable P4 yesterday in the British Grand Prix in our season. And yeah, we're getting into the game, game on. I think we do have an invitational event first. So let's have a look how things panned out. Hey everyone, Scott Golf, so nice to see you've just made it to the stream. As you said, you're gonna leave for picking up the kits. Take your time. I know no one is being able to be around for whatever reason and for forever. So Steve from Latavia, thank you so much for the subscribe here on YouTube. As we go into our career mode again, so we're gonna see the results of yesterday's race once again. And I think meanwhile while this is just loading up, it was great result for us. The P4 was literally pretty difficult to keep and pretty difficult to get. It was one of those races where the AI had a ridiculous pace on the straights, and yeah, it's the very same that happened in Bahrain, so if you guys have seen that. Anyway, so we're winning on the rivalry, on the people. We got a lot of resource points here for the last race. I think in that session nearly 800 points overall. Due to the team goal bonus, there we go, nearly 1,000. So that keeps us with 1,755. Definitely gets us some new getches and some new possibilities straight here.
Great work. That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for.
I still do not have an engineer or an agent speaking to me due to whatever reason. It's a bit of an odd one. Abo Soppy, thank you so much for the join there on Facebook. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so here we go. I think
We've received invitations to new
departments
historic
here
events.
are quite
You'll be
busy.
able to choose whether or not to participate
Apart
before
from
the end of this weekend. You hit your last team goal. Well done.
From
get
the
team a nice boost to
durability
their
management,
development,
so I
and it won't
think
hurt when it comes to your next contract.
despite all that, we should get up a new durability gadget that is good for next season already, since they are in a good mood. Not sure really what to choose here. I think what is really, yeah, it's the internal combustion engine and the turbocharger. Either of those, we get an upgrade for that. So this department is busy as well now. No problems anyway. Right, now pursuit or time attack. I honestly think I want to go for the pursuit this time, as we got some invitational events going on. Okay, so let's see whether I can do it in the right first attempt. It's USA short. I've never driven USA short, to be honest, so I'm a little bit unaware of where the actual track goes, but I'm pretty sure we were gonna do that straight away.
It's time for a well-deserved
State
rest
of
from
America, the pursuit. So your opponents are in slower cars, but they have a head start. Overtake them all before completing all the allocated laps. We got 3 laps to go. Sitting in the old McLaren, we put it into rich. Classic V10 sound. I just don't know what kind of grip the cars have. And we need to overtake 3 cars here in that invitational. Oh dear. Ah, those cars do not have traction control. Okay. That was maybe one of those seasons where they haven't had that just yet, technologically. Oh dear. Okay, that is really bad. Let's focus now. Third time. This time we're gonna make it. Yes, everyone, Scott Gold, thank you so much for that little help on the track layout there. In those cars, short shifting should help us a lot, since those who can produce more power the higher the RPM is. Do I hear the sound of a turbo? I think I do. Generally, I really do love this circuit of the America, to be honest. It's a very fluid and technical circuit, and it's next up in Formula Sim racing as well. Let's just see that the version we do run in Formula Sim Racing has good accuracy on the actual track layout. So, dive bomb into turn 1. That is one of those overtaking spots here on the track, which really invites you to do such stuff. Oh, track limits again. Don't go into the gravel. 1.5 laps to go. Honestly guys, switching between the sims is a big pain sometimes. Oh dear. I'm afraid I won't gonna make it. Alright, this is the final time I try. If not, then, well, this invitational event is not going to be fulfilled by me. Since it's costing a lot of time. You know, the modern F1 cars also do not have traction control, but their approach or their response to power is very different. It's more fluidly, I want to say, saying you don't get late wheel spin out of the car. Oh, come on, stay on track. And in those cars, you know, you can press the throttle all the way down with 8,000 RPM, but you will receive a wheel spin after you hit 50,000 on the ref meter or something. So maybe I need to do a lot of short shifting when being full throttle just to avoid that. Turn 18. Just wait on the long straight. For an easy dive from cars into one. And then we just have to finish that lap. Remember back in the days they only had 6 gears, like only. It was fun to drive them cars though. Really good stuff. What is not good though is the input lag this game still has, and the fact that we do not have an engineer sound on our ears when he's talking to us actually. That is a real disadvantage, or can be a real disadvantage, especially when it rains. So as long as we do not expect any rain, things are good. Alright, happily we finally did it. Coming across the line here. Line is pretty early though, so at least it is passed very well. That looks good. Alright, that means we can go on with our season, so we're going to be in Germany in the home Grand Prix of mine. After a failed engine upgrade, believe we're getting this right now. At least I do hope so.
Okay, we had the new parts
Okay,
come
we
through
have
from the
had
factory.
new parts on
We'll
the
get
car.
them on the car ahead of FP1.
Come through the factory. Okay, that means we're gonna need to have a look at them, but we got 6 messages first. So there's a goals update. Complete 2 clean races in 2 races. Okay, they want to have full clean races of mine. I think they should be able to deliver that. Tire allocations, developments completed, front downforce, oil combustion, and the turbocharger wear 1. That means the chassis department is still occupied. Development update. I want to send around an update on your estimated performance progress against our closest rivals, where you can see the relative movement. Alright, we are the orange line, and we've literally overtaken Renault. I think the light green or whatever it is Haas. So that looks good. I think, yeah, obviously we're still lacking towards McLaren, not McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes and Ferrari. And there is a performance comparison done, so we're the 4th quickest, the 4th most technologically advanced car on the grid. That's not bad, as we are season half-time here, so things are looking definitely good. Our contract value is increasing, which is great. Expected race position, qualifying position 6th and 6th. That is a bit of a problem, since if all the top cars are actually operating at their expected specs, I'm not gonna have any chance really to be ahead of them. Anyway, here we are. We can now ask for more updates.
What do you think of this
What was
one?
the recommended? That is the selected one. So we're gonna view the description first. River cooling to all elements of the energy recovery system ensures they remain within peak operating temperatures and therefore function more effectively. So what does this get me? ERS cooling. Doesn't really say anything there, does it? Combustion chambers alters the pressure and temperature inside, allowing more fuel efficient combustion process. So that will get down the fuel efficiency, get up the fuel efficiency, I think. What's that? A revised spark plug design promoting more even spread spark. Blah 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 blah. Discharge results in superior combustion with the outcome of additional power. So more power, more fuel efficiency. We have Hungary next. After that we do have Spa and Monza, so we definitely want to have more power. Aerodynamic. This will be a major impact on the aero if we get it to work. Takes 1 week, takes 3 weeks. I think we take the 1 weeker and leave us some options. So every department is work in progress right now, I think. No, the durability department isn't, but that isn't a problem. We get them going. So yeah, I think it's time to start into the weekend. Here we go, free practice 1. I've done a little setup work beforehand usually, so we're gonna see how things will work.
Welcome to a wet Germany for today's practice session here at the world-famous Hockenheimring. This 4.5 kilometer track
reminds me of the
is
real
steeped in
race
history
though.
and has been the scene of many special
Okay, so session info. First of all, pick up the set.
Hopefully they'll help you squeeze a bit more
Car
pace from the
setup.
car.
Here we go. Load car setup. We did that in dry conditions though, so let's see. Anyway, we got track acclimatization program first. Intermediate tire. We drive out and see how things goes. Now, since it's free practice, I'm looking forward to not have that much of an issue with things.
Engine fired, we're set.
But let's see. This is a very long pit exit line, definitely. And since the DRS spots are disabled, we got a different amount of points to meet in the track acclimatization program. Nevertheless, I still think we can easily score purple. As it's my home Grand Prix, I obviously want to do really well, and I don't want to do a Vettel move. In all fairness. So let's see. Track acclimatization has begun. Purple turn 1. purple turn 2, 3 and 4. That basically is, whoops, there's a checkpoint. Oh, this parabolica doesn't need to be a checkpoint really, does it? No, it's green. Maybe too much slide out of that turn. Another green. Yeah, it won't be purple as well. I think I actually have to go again to make this program purple into first place. Yeah, especially... What? How can this be purple? And that is green then? You gotta be kidding, right? Anyway. Yeah, we're missing 10 points for purple. What a joke.
Each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
Oh dear.
Be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
Box this lap.
Confirmed we'll receive you at the end of this
Not very nice. Means I will need to go out again to make this program purple. Oh, it's no biggie. We're gonna come back home, change something on the setup, get a little bit more wings on. It's alright, Dark Clan, you can have watch as video on demand. No front wing. We also want to get a fresh set of inters, I think. Please have that wing repair, guys. Oh, wrong button. Oh, this hat movement is making me sick, really. That is the main reason why I'm running in a T-cam. Oh dear, put away the smartphone then. You really should not do it in school. School is important, so it's way more important than my streams. This is the waving finger, don't do it. Any of you guys got any questions whatsoever? It's a long day right today here, so you can literally ask me whatever you want. I will definitely reply to it. While they are on repair, car sets up.
Set us back a little.
Look at the aerodynamics. We just increase it due to the rain that's on the track. Have a quick look into the team objectives. So we need, using the updated engine specification, we need to reach a competitive top speed. And also that is good, complete a lap with at least 2 different car settings during a practice session. So as we change the setup right now, we get those 5 points as well. It's very rarely as a program, but here it is. So, new set of intermediates, and we drive out. And I'm not expecting them to be used anymore anyway, so let's have a look into things then. Hey Joao Montero, thank you so much for your join.
Remember to brake nice and early for each corner. Focus on hitting
So Jordan, thank you for putting a question in here on Mixer. Is there much difference between wheel and controller? I think that should say. In all honesty, I've never driven it with a controller, but I heard that again on the controller it's a little bit easier because with a finger movement only you have a little bit less accuracy, and therefore the controller might be buffed again. At least that was the case for the 2017 version of the game. So it wouldn't really surprise me if that's the very same again here. But I might be wrong, can't really tell, since I'm not having the experience right there. Alright, second part of track acclimatization program. It's not raining as hard anymore. But let's see. Here we go again. Oh, the first one is not purple. And I missed the second one as well. It seems like despite we went 2 clicks up on both wings, that the aerodynamical balances push a lot forwards. No, this is no way gonna be purple as a program. Good that I lost this, because I was fearing to not make this purple because of 10 additional points again. I said I'm not going to do a Vettel. Car balance is not really good. Let me have a look at differential. Okay. With a more understeery differential, we might increase traction. So go for another run then. Looks good so far. Maybe we can finally do everything purple. It would be so great. I'm pretty sure it's a Steam achievement. Nope, we can't. Ooh, just did it. No, I'm not making this purple though. Oh, for God's sake. Is it really too ambitious to get everything done in purple? I don't think it is. But nevertheless, we come around. I think this time purple enough to be purple, so to say.
Great stuff. You pretty much
Finally.
nailed this circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
Was it an Ericsson or a Ricciardo? An Leclerc I just did. I think Ericsson spun around there. Anyway. Whoa, 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 whoa. Those inters have barely any grip. I think it is all setup related though. DRS is now enabled. So that means we can fit on the dry tyres engine and ERS has been accomplished in that run. That is good stuff. We also got the car setup team objective, which is great. That means we can start for the actual testing to happen. I need to remove those wings again. Back to where it was before. Come on. Car balance is awful. Tires explain it maybe. As the rear tires have a lot more wear in. Oh no! For God's sake! Like, how hard can it be to stay on the track? I'm ridiculously bad right now.
Don't be afraid to come in and tweak the setup if you need to, and we can chuck on a fresh set of tires if they're getting worn.
Yeah, those rear tires are overheating, I think. So we're going to Boxton. Ah, this is a joke. Just go into the pits and swap that stuff. Full joke attached. Right, get back to that real setup and hope it's looking good. Anyway, Sir Jordan, I hope your question has been answered in some way. I would love to give more info on that, but yeah, literally I can't. Right, so car setup, aerodynamics, put them back again.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying
For
sim
Xbox,
program. Try to run it before
I'm
the
not
end of
sure
FP3
what
if
is
you can.
available there for Xbox, but I am on a G29, which definitely has proven to be very consistent. It has proven to be very reliable, which is great.
Standing by.
So the reliability of that Logitech wheel is just remarkable. You know, I've had a G25 for 7 years without a flaw. The centering spring came off once, but I could easily fix that by tighten it again after 5 years, and it just became loose because of massive rattling going on like here in the game. But in all honesty, the rattling was even worse because it was the rFactor 2 flat spots rattling that harmed the wheel back then. And yeah, despite that, there was no issue whatsoever. The only thing that is a bit tricky is the pedal. They start spiking at some point, and then you need to clean them and keep them clean. But that is basically just basic maintenance you would have to do on any wheel whatsoever in some way. So I would definitely recommend something from Logitech. I think it's also in the pricing range where you can say, yeah, for hobby gaming or general for gaming, it's a good price and a good quality, so it's a good trade. I heard Trustmaster wheels breaking a lot, and also I'm not too sure about the compatibility between those wheels for Xbox. Since I'm a PC gamer only, I might only know the products of being made for the PC, so yeah, kinda hard to tell for me. Lol. you serious about that? Oh, this race is going to be very fun indeed. Might actually be the case that the AI is incredibly hard to beat here as well. Can we make that still purple despite this mistake? I think it's going to be very hard. We got enough corners left to bring this bar into purple, but can we do them quick enough? Look at the speed of Hockenheimring, for God's sake.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
KK11, thank you so much for the follow-up there on Twitch. I appreciate that a lot. A 14.3 and ours is just at 18.4. Ooh. This AI will drive me nuts here. First little qualifying run already attached to this stint. We got 11% left in the bat. DRS wide open. And across the line we go with 14.8, which is P3 at the moment. So yeah, let's have a look. Sir Jordan, thank you so much for your follow up here in Mixer. I hope to see you more often there. It's an interesting platform for sure.
That last lap gives you P3. We're in P3 now.
Hey Mizar, I'm doing good, how about you? Hope you're doing well. I'm fine, everything's good. I'm enjoying the last bits of summer here, since it's quite hot in this flat.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Having the roof room, so to say. The sun fires its energy right on the roof and heats up this room quite a lot. So the sweat is real, as AOR guys tend to say. So we're going hard. Tyre program has been done. We're going on with the fuel management, trying to get as much programs as possible in here already. Alright, directly going on with the fuel management. Do we really want to have a new set of softs? I think we can still take the remaining one. Drive out.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware we have a car leaving.
Oh, Mizar, sounds like standard UK weather, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, I'm waiting for the Assetto Corsa Competizione as well. Sean Cole, who's known as being the Simpit, has done a lot of teasers and a lot of promotion for this software already. and I'm pretty sure he got some nice stuff to go as soon as it's been released. I definitely will get it and play it and give a little gameplay insight on this channel tonight. So there's going to be a Assetto Corsa Competizione stream coming up tonight. And beyond that, we're gonna do another episode of iRacing. Need to see whether I go in the VRS GT Sprint series like yesterday, or whether I'm going to do an IMSA race or do freaking both. It's gonna depend a lot. I'm actually not quite sure when this Assetto Corsa Competizione stream can take place, because definitely I will wait until Sean Cole, as the Sim Pit, has finished his stream on it before I go out. Since we get colleagues and working together, I also stream on his channel from time to time. So yeah, with a good business relationship, I don't want to kill. Sorry. That is definitely something to look out for. But there's definitely something in the pipeline. Definitely planning going on. As we're a little bit short behind our program here. Missing 2.5 tenths. But I think it's the third sector where this McLaren is really strong and makes up the time on the projected lap time. Still 3/10 off. Well, that has costed us more time rather than it gave us. Tuck's corner, always difficult. Oh, it's gonna be so close. We actually haven't saved up any fuel. It's even an invalid lap. So, yeah, this race is not going to be easy. Full stop. You can see this already, as this program's been pretty difficult right now. Yeah, Mizar, this is my concern as well, the download size. That might kill my latency and everything right here, so I'm probably starting a stream short after it's been downloaded, so I can take you also to the process of setting up the sim for the first use. I'm literally just scared that it is like another Assetto Corsa 1 with just enhanced graphics and a little new features. That is what I'm actually scared of. Because if you look at the history of Kunos, they had Netcar Pro, and they had some astonishing stuff on Netcar Pro going on. Wow, we barely just made it a 10th. What I haven't had done yet is a mid-session save. So if the game decides to close itself up, we're not getting screwed over. I'm not really happy with the car balance at all. So yeah, in all honesty, box this lap.
Stopping this lap.
I hope it has better netcode. You guys know in multiplayer that the cars, if you were racing them on a straight like this, cars ahead were going forwards, backwards, somewhat of teleporting was going on there. And that was really harming the racing, because you couldn't do a clear slingshot move without needing to be anxious to get kill shotted by the other driver. Not on purpose though, it was just so bad netcode that you couldn't clearly see or drive without the fear of getting a collision, whereas there wasn't one supposed to be. You guys have maybe seen me and Sean Cole doing this man with a van challenge. with the man of Sabine Schmitz around the Nürburgring, where we had to give each other push. We couldn't even, you know, go to the back of the car and then gently push the car on our nose. It was always that forwards backwards movement made the cars run and jump into each other like this. Physics wise, somewhere between Project Cars 2 and Assetto Corsa, but it's way unfinished at the moment. What should be great is the car reacting to curbs and bumps. I'm gonna have a look at that, Martin. Thank you so much for your join, first of all. Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Stefanko, F1 Haas F1 driver for the F1 2018 Esports Championship. He's been picked by them, and yeah, he's gonna race for them in the main series. So we're looking very much forward to that as ACS Zakspeed here. So that is good to know, and the other thing that is good to know, that this game will still be in the beta mode, so as we guys can test it, can give feedback, we have a lot of possibility and a lot of chance to still take influence on the final outcome of the game, pretending that the devs will hear at the community's wishes, but we will have a look at that. I definitely take a close look at it and try to give back my thoughts as a feedback, and then we see what's going to happen. Meanwhile, we gathered a lot of valuable points here in the practice session, 544, some more reputation by some other teams. Seems like McLaren is already used to my performance. Well, I didn't beat Fernando, so shame on me. But my value is bigger than the contract value, which is always good. So I think the reliability or durability department has nothing to do right now, but I do not have sufficient points. I would miss 3 points for that, but they are in development anyway, and they are in development, so nothing else to do rather than go straight ahead in practice 2. So, is it raining again? No. Right, session info. We're gonna do first some ERS management on the soft tire. Then we're planning to do a qualifying simulation, and beyond that, after the qualifying simulation on the ultra soft tire, we're going to have the first race strategy program being driven on that used ultra soft, and to have the perfect data available. So we're gonna have a look how things go. We're still not really sure about this car balance right here. I might actually do an ERS management program here and then do the same ERS management program again, and then compare lap times on a different setup. I'm just maybe reverting back to what we had at Silverstone, because balance wise this was pretty much spot on. This is what we have free practice for anyway. Maybe then also the one or other program becomes more easy. We will see though. Definitely going to have some back-to-back tests. ERS management low. Yeah, sure I have, Miza. Those G933 lasts up to 10 hours when battery is charged fully. It's really nice quality, really nice performance of them. Handle BG, thank you so much for your follow-up, and you may want to check out my review on those field gloves I'm currently wearing on, and there you also find information about the website, where to get them, where to order them for you. So 15.3 box this lap.
Okay, we can take it.
I'm going to go in for setup change. It's just the car is a little bit nervous under acceleration, and I want to see whether I can fix it. Yes, Mizar, it is. I don't know which page. It was somewhat posted around in January. That's all I can say. So like probably 7 or 8 pages back. If you mail me, I can maybe look for the link and send it to you. So if you have questions or stop it, anything, mail me at hoyamichi@avidchronic.racing.com. Alright, Miza, thank you. Also, feel free to give feedback on it. Don't crash into the wall. That is exactly what I mean. It's just, it could be a differential thing. It could be also something else. It's just kinda not too easy, to be honest. I think it's the SR1 gloves I do have, not the X. I would need to see though. Sorry boys, for some reason my crash just my chat just crashed. Okay, as I said, car setup, current setup, that's going to be saved.
Our best lap so far is
the McLaren thing here for Germany, and then I'm going to load a setup from Silverstone. Yes, and I will apply different wings on it. That was the wing setting before. Perhaps this might be as oversteery as the other thing is. Anyway, as I said, going to have a look and do some back-to-back testing. So bear with me for a second, as I need to get my chat back so I can see what you guys are going on there. Is it that the... Yes, okay, thank you very much, Miza. So actually, Martin, I have the SR1 gloves. What is the difference between the SR1 and the SR1X? Is the SR1X a bit thicker and a little bit more reliable? Because, as you can see, those are literally falling apart a little bit, but they're still perfect sim racing gloves, don't get me wrong. I would not race them if they would not be still sufficient enough for that need. Okay, I got a new setup on. As I said, I'm going to do that ERS management test again on a fresh set of softs, so I have a good back-to-back test.
Ready? Let's go.
You got test. Do I own any consoles? Well, not in this room. I do not have taken them with me. My brother owns an Xbox. I own an PS3. And that is also my only console I do have. But I left it at home since I do not really have a lot of games on it. I think I have F1 2016 on it and started the career mode there, but yeah, since I'm not really able to stream from a PS3 and I'm not having really the time for it, I just left it where it is. Oh, I think I forgot to get the brake right, the brake force right. Interesting enough, this car setup feels a lot better. Let's see how it does over the course of a lap. Oh yeah, a sip to get better opening for it. So you can slip your hands in there easier. I gotcha. Much more reliability on the rear. Not reliability, but drivability. Beating that lap time by a mile, a 14.6 compared to a 15.2. I think that is a clear voice, so the setup change definitely was worth it. Which gets me to the next point then. Coming home, put on qualifying simulation program. Before that I may want to increase the brake pressure again. Despite I feel quite comfortable on that. Martin, have you tested both of these field glove configurations, or have you ordered the second pair already? After the first one started to wear out for you? Box this lap. Oh, I see. Yeah. So that's good. If you have a real life experience on it, thank you for the share. I probably will ask Dom Doohan on Sim Racing Expo whether he can get me a pair of the thicker ones, so I can have a comparison as well. Right, so the setup change definitely was worth it. Yeah, I hear what you mean. This material right here, I'm just quickly going to change the camera. Hold on. There you go. This wears apart meanwhile as well, especially the other hand, that one. here. It doesn't really bother me in that way, but I can hear and understand the fact that this might harm someone else or harm in general.
All set. Everyone clear?
So
Car to track.
yeah, getting better material on there is definitely reasonable. And you know, what's the difference between 25 and 30 bucks, really? If you get a different kind of material, then which is a lot more durable. I mean, what's the point of saving €5 on the wrong end then? Okay, so here we are. I think I want to stay in that spot. Cars. To then run my qualifying program. Martin, you've played this F1 2018 a lot meanwhile? No, I think you say you haven't really touched it yet, haven't you? Someone said it on the stream. Can't remember whether it was you or Brendan Lee. Boy, that's an interesting question, to be honest. I haven't really paid attention to it. Please give me some slipstream and let me by, please. Come on. Refuses to do so. Sorry. Had to do it. We're 8/10 ahead, which is good. Second meanwhile. Oh yeah, this new setup is definitely a blast. So the Silverstone setup is for good use here.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very
Puts
good
us in
job.
P1 ahead of Fernando Alonso, who's been up there quite recently. A 12.7. Let's see. Oh, so Bordy, that is very well spotted then, which actually makes sense. I mean, by the way, Martin, speaking of updates, so from version 104, which I think was the release version, to version 105, they made the input lag a lot worse than before. At least that was my subjective feel from it. And from version 105 to 106, they killed the voice audio of Jeff, as you may have experienced. I do not have a talking engineer when I say box this lap.
Right, come in at the
Whereas
end
at the bottom right, come in this lap, you're gonna see the subtitles. So he's saying something, but you simply can't hear it. And yeah, by upgrading the game, they are downgrading the quality quite badly here. Which from my point of view is a big shame, but oh well, what can you do? So, car's been pushed back into the garage, and then I will go a race strategy program on the well-used ultra soft tire right here, so I got the perfect data out of it. Here we go. Race strategy program on the ultra soft on the used one. Gonna start this, we're gonna drive out.
Checks complete. We're ready.
So this is what is currently going on in F1 2018. What exactly is it that keeps you away from the game, apart from the part that your virtual GP season is still on? I heard you some sort of booked the consecutive ticket for P2 all the time. I think it was, you're now in the Formula 1 era, right? Since virtual GP, has it 12 races and 4 different cars, or was it 12 races and 3 different cars? I can't actually remember. So 3 races or 4 races per car. I think now you have reached the F1 era, which suits you the most, isn't it? At least I saw some posting from you. I'm feeling considerably well on it. Ah, there you go. 3 different cars, so 4 races per car. Alright, guys, here we go. Put engine mix in 3 and ERS deploy in 2, and simply turn laps. Oh, thank you so much, Misa, for telling me. That definitely gets me interested, since I'm not really looking for a replacement, but you know, can't be wrong to put in new stuff, can it? So let's see what we can do if we somewhat save the tyre and not go beyond all limits. Having said so, I already lock up the front. So key of quick driving is definitely low steering being put in. Something I need to rehearse myself on. Since this is very weird for me. First lap is really good.
We're getting great data. Stay focused.
I think turn 1 is costing a lot on these tyres there. Oh dear. Is it that Michael has 9 wins out of 9 races? For those who don't know, Michael Smidl is currently racing for Team Redline and has also been picked by Haas F1, so he's going to be the teammate of Martin Stefanko in the F1 eSports series. And oh dear, he's kind of dominating virtual GP by the looks of it. So hats off to him. Also hats off to Martin though. I think you scored, was it 8 second places and 1/3, wasn't it? Which is still remarkable and great achievement.
Great lap.
Oh, 9 points, wow.
Keep it up.
So basically 9 Grand Slams. Little too fast into the hairpin, missing that apex. Need to take it a little more easy into turn 1 really and see whether it has big impact on the tyre wear. Because if I look at it right now, tyres are hugely worn at the rear. I remember from Formula Sim racing that this track has kind of hard tyre wear. It was really hard on the tyres. This really must have killed it. 9.8%.
We're getting great data. Stay focused.
I actually can't keep the car on the road. So maybe I need to reduce or increase the, probably increase the rear wing. Yeah, that is totally hats off to Michal there. That is an awesome job. Surely one of the greatest sim racers of all time. Still in the making, probably. Whoa, alright, I can't keep this car long on the road, can I? Whatever I do, it's just the rear takes over. So basically, yeah, it's time for box. Those rears are so gone, and now they are lit and hot. So this is very interesting data for the race, though. As that might mean I need to pit early for a different compound. I definitely will click up the rear wing a bit, since I need to have a little bit more stability on the rear tires. Let's see what the engineer suggested though for this race simulation in terms of tire wear. We're gonna get a decent look on it. So yeah, tire wear is a little more huge than expected, but the time drop, and you have to look at the dotted lines, which was expected, and being below it on lap time is good, being below it on the tire life is bad. So, I will get up to the car setup, and yeah, Martin, I actually hear you. When you do know that you are coming second against one of the world's greatest sim racers of all time, I mean, if he's dominating literally everywhere, I would love to see him compete in iRacing or compete against the very best and see what he's able to do against the Martin Kroenkes of the world. But we might see this, so just need to be a little bit more patient. Quickly we'll save the car setup.
Quick look at the classification at
that
the
is
end
a
of the
game
session,
bug, isn't it?
Here are your top three. Mitchell, Alonso.
So anyway.
Great work out there today. How do you think it went?
Not too good.
You really went all out in practice today. Are you testing new components? It looks like you've invested heavily in the development of new parts. Is that pace in practice a good indicator of things to come? You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
Well, Chassis's gonna be unhappy with that.
Appreciate your time.
Alright, okay. So, little joke. FP2 is done. That means Friday is over. things are going to be carried over to Saturday right now, which means I have time to grab a new coffee to go on in the stream. So again, what else is going on this channel right today? As it's the 12th of September, which is release day of Assetto Corsa Competizione beta release 1, that is definitely going to be shown to the world. So I'm going to have a little stream on that, a little gameplay, a little welcoming stream, and see how the things go. Beyond that, I'm going to do more iRacing and maybe some more racing together with George Weissman right there, as we look at on the reputation there with the current team. So that is the plan for today. But right now we're focusing on free practices and stuff. So I think meanwhile one of those departments is still has nothing to do, which is the reliability or durability department. And here I would love to go on with internal combustion engine wear. Furthermore, I would love to have a look at the gearbox. I think I need a new practice gearbox pretty soon. I just have great 2 gearboxes left here for the remainder of the season. Yeah, Martin, what your current mindset is towards racing, Michal, there is absolutely right, and I absolutely understand your thinking on it, and it also is a proof of your professionalism, because it's not like Michal is untouchable, but just in case he is, you need to still make yourself aware that losing against him doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something wrong, you're doing something bad. In fact, being the best of the rest and being closest to him is a massive achievement, isn't it? Tokinya, that is an interesting view on the news person. Thing is, I don't think she's doing her job very well. Sometimes she asks kind of stupid questions, and kind of questions that put me in a position where I need to put someone into the bad spotlight. And sadly, most of the time, if I say something bad about myself, I put down the reputation of the team. Other than that, I put down the reputation of, or the morale of one of my development departments. So, oh dear. Anyway, FP3 is coming up, and as I just said, what I'm going to do now is once again have a look whether the setup has been saved. Our setup, aerodynamics, yep, it has. And well, you know what? Because I think we got an ultra soft left. There we go. I'm going to have another qualifying run first.
Right now, so take a few laps to get
So at 12.7 is to beat. Well, that includes the rear wing. I don't think the increased rear wing will cause understeer. I only hope for more stability, which I think it is able to give me. And then we will see whether we can beat our 12 minutes 7 from beforehand. Should make the tyre wear at least better per miles. So there you go. When you set up your car in time trial, it's not always the best for everything. Might be good for 1 or 2 time trial laps, but when it comes to the race, here in the career mode, something else might be necessary to be looked at. Alright, here we go. Badly overshot this hairpin. Alright, Missar, thank you so much for joining in. Thanks for the feedback. Talk to you later there. Oh, there is a little bit more understeer in that car now. But I also see the tyre wear is much more improved. So it's not going to be a 12.7, I'm afraid. It's a 12.9.
Well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
So rear tyre wear is still pretty much, but it's not as worse as it has been before. Yes, Martin, I absolutely hear you. And this is what gave me also a development phase when you were my teammate at FSR. You simply came in, took a set we had in the team, and you were just at 1 or 2 tenths quicker literally all the time. And I was like getting mad here at home. Like, what is he doing differently to me? How can I put in practice like that and still not be able to reach him? So I worked harder and harder and harder, and I think this year I had a little bit of a reward of that. Not everywhere, but here and there. So that was a good feeling. And you need those people, you know. You need someone that is better than you, that makes you somewhat of loose and puts you in the next development area and the next development period. Mr. Combo, hey there. Simracers racer. I hear ya. The problem is, if I would be in the cockpit view like this right now, the car would, the head would turn left and right, so this head movement that is going on. So I choose to go with a T-cam, and it's a valid option, isn't it? Right, take the car out on the recommended tyre for the race strategy program. Mr. Combo, what would you give advice for a new drive? You mean for a new wheel? It depends literally on what you have right now. If you have nothing or starting into sim racing, I would probably go for a Logitech G29, what I have, as it's one of the most reliable and durable wheels with plenty of buttons, and it's still somewhat cheap, you know. But it totally comes down to your budget and to your expectations, to your own levels, to your own targets, whatever you want to achieve. Yeah, Martin. You've definitely developed a lot there, also in personality, which can be seen in the quote you just gave, and that's absolutely right. You're gonna be as good as a sim racer as your strongest weakness, so to say. So you can be perfect in so many things, but if you lack performance in a specific area, you're just as good as in that specific area. So you need to accept you have weaknesses. You need to accept the weakness exists, and you need to accept you have to fight this weakness, and you need to work around it and practice it, and maybe also make it perfect and improve it. So your strongest weakness is your biggest asset right at the same time, since it is that area that can be improved massively. And if you go for that and do it, there is no one that can stop you from improving. But you need to have the awareness first, so being able to be criticized and acknowledge that criticism is not being personal but reasonable on an objective basis, obviously, and that is very important for a sim racer, for being a sports guy anyway. It's something I had to learn this year, and I'm still learning of how to deal with criticism and stuff. My grandfather said, you know, still short before you die, you're still learning new things for life. And by meaning die, he wasn't like about to die, but he was in a considerably huge age. So yeah, life is always ready to give you a lecture on something. Nice stuff, Sirupkin, you're doing there.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Amazing. So as you say, you have weaknesses there, Martin. What would you say is your personal weakness in sim racing? What puts you under so much pressure that makes it difficult to handle for you? If you may want to give hindsight into your insight. I mean, I can understand for competition reasons if you say no. I want to have that secret, so no one can access that info.
Keep it up.
Oh yeah, Robin, you're one of those examples to be shown for rule books or for teachers. Meanwhile, it comes to the point where I now should be able to start learning from you. Like literally you can learn from everyone anyway. There's always something anyone is doing different, no matter of his abilities or skill. You know, while Martin Stefanko is watching this here, while Brendan Lee might just watch this later or something, they are way better in F1 2018 than I am. Sure they are. But they might still sit here and say, ah, that Hoyer guy is still doing something different than I do and appears to be working, so I may want to try it. And if you have that attitude, as Robin said, just soak up what you see and can do differently, then you're on a good way on improving things a lot. And I'm not talking about sneaking some coffee while doing 300 kph with one hand. Alright, this is the 5th and final lap. That means free practice is over after that for us. We'll definitely accelerate the time to it. Since there is no more data for me to gain, I'm ready to race, I want to qualify. I do not like the way this game is being used for steering and stuff. This is just so weird. Coming across the line, definitely the worst of all 4 laps. Tyre wear still pretty much at the rear, but I think it is somewhat okay meanwhile. So getting the rear wing a click up definitely was the right decision. Hey Janislav.
You're nearly out of fuel, almost out of fuel. You need to pit within the next 2 laps.
Oh no, I think I forgot to raise the mix. Oh, need to be very careful now on what to choose for the race then.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Oh, this is pretty hot in here. Yeah, Martin, I hear you. Especially when you're working on setups. Robin is incredibly good with the dumpers, and yet I haven't understood a single thing of it yet. So, there or thereabout. Okay, so we toggle between the tires. Race fuel load 31 kilograms or 24 kilograms. That's a huge difference.
So far,
I definitely want to go with a 32 kilograms there. So I can run all the way into mix 3. Anyway, we accelerate the time and wait for the session to be finished.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top 3 again are Vettel, Mitchell and Max Verstappen. That's it for practice then. We'll see you again soon.
So, qualifying is coming up. I hope I will be in good shape for that. P2 here. Alonso is once again very close. Just shows that the McLaren seems to be have So definitely going to be something very interesting coming up. Yeah, I think especially since you'll be able to work together with him for the F1 2018 Esports Series, I think that is where you're going to got to learn a lot from him. I think definitely that's the case. Right, here we go. 3 messages up here. Well, weather forecast remains the very same it was. Contracts. Contract is still in progress. I think they are all occupied perfectly. So, I think we're ready to go.
Welcome back to qualifying, where we're waiting for the...
Okay, bear with us a
Braking
few
system's
minutes.
fault.
We're losing electronic pressure. There's a leak somewhere in the system.
Everyone's
Sit
got
tight for a
gold.
bit.
Thank you so much for coming back. Right. Skip that repair time, for God's sake. Once again in qualifying, teams screwing it up. Anyway, we go out on a fresh set of ultras. Oh, me stupid Michi. I wanted to drive out, obviously. Because now I'm in shitty traffic situation. Anyway, that means we go hard straight away. We're looking for a low 12 in lap times. We're a 10th ahead of Hamilton. That was a very nice hairpin. So I think the battery power is empty. What will it be lap time wise? An 11.6. Wow.
Well done.
That came out of nowhere to me. And I still got so much fuel on. Box this lap. Hey Miss Figures, thank you so much for joining. Haven't seen you for a while. How are you doing?
Data for that request.
Oh yeah, Martin, I hear you. I absolutely hear you, and I see your point of view, and I hope really that this F1 2018 Esports Series, I think it will be the hardest competition you have found yourself in after WFG. And I hope you can be able to come home and turn it around. It's been something very good for you and very useful for your future career. I mean, you're still young. What's your age? 19, 20? I think 20 meanwhile, isn't it? Well, I mean, I'm 26 and I would love to be 20 again and right there in your position. It's not like I'm getting too old for that crap, but I'm actually much further down the drain than you are. Yeah, 19 even better. You got so much nice things ahead in your career. So good to see though. Okay, anyway. Here we are. Taking a little bit out of the fuel. Oh, Miss Figas, I hear you. I absolutely hear you. I'm already crying about this right now, so... There you go. And I'm still pretty bloody young.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:11.6.
Okay, so we drive out. But this time we really drive
Everyone
out.
ready? Okay, let's go.
Let's see whether we can boost that lap time on a fresh set of ultras. As we are on provisional pole position here in qualifying in Germany. Bao Bao, thank you so much. Thank you for your subscribing. I appreciate your support here on YouTube. Oh dear, Plaraja Stolika, thank you so much for subscribing, and already sorry for screwing up your name here. Is that right? Plaraja? Praljava, probably Plaraja Stolika, thank you.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Ooh. Well, crap. I'm missing a 10th already on that lap. Yep, we're purple though, which is great. Martin are gonna reply on that soon. We improved by a 10th, but there is literally 2 tenths lying around somewhere. If I get this better done with a mix setup, I can definitely squeeze out another 10th or 2. Robin, what's your age meanwhile? Is it are you 23, right, Robin? Yeah, it was the same here, Martin. I think the first taste of sim racing I had with being aged 10 years with F1 2002, really. F1 2000 I still played on the keyboard, but F1 2002 is where I got my first wheel on. Oh, 24. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, you know, I was sitting there as well. I'm doing sim racing for 13 years now. I just started streaming a good year ago. And I slapstick myself, because why not stream earlier? I was a little bit too eager to show myself on the internet that much, but meanwhile, you know, it's business in some case, and also it gets you to start new things. You start working on different things, and I'm doing more iRacing, something I would have never expected to be doing in the first place, and yeah, this just feels good. Meanwhile, and on the other hand, you know, you're never too old to start sim racing anyway. I mean, see Kevin Launer, the Oscaro team boss, right there, as he's done into sim racing. And he is, I think, 32, somewhere around that. Anyway, have a quick look. 4 minutes to go. Eton and Ben, thank you for your subscribing here on YouTube. Appreciate it so much. So we get a fresh set of Ultrasoft on. We go out on track. There's no time to lose for us. We drive out.
Clear the garage, please. Car ready to leave.
Alright guys, there's some emergency coming up right there, which means I will need to put that stream on a holding pattern in 5 minutes right after qualifying. There is some situation forming up in my backyard, so to say, that needs urgent attention of mine. I will keep this stream running for 20 minutes. And probably put up a timer where we're going to get ready again. I'm very sorry about this, but as I said, this needs my urgent attention right now. So I'm sorry about it, but I can't help it. I won't make it too long, so maybe you can split it up. But I will definitely need to pause this stream for 5 minutes. Anyway, that means we go full power into our last attempt. Dear. 3.5 tenths. Tenths. Nope, I crashed it badly here.
Okay, back to the pits. You need a new front wing. Box now.
Okay, I will quickly return this to garage. No worries, Scott Golf. This is urgent. This is no problem anyway. So we skip the repair time.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top
that is
three,
pole position. I can't
Mitchell,
believe it.
Vettel,
I've never
and
qualified in
Lewis
pole position. That is so great. It's a shame though. As I said, I will put this stream on a holding pattern real quick. Guys, please don't run away. Keep the chat lit. Start the discussion, whatever you guys want to. But right now, I'm very sorry for you to put you in the holding pattern right there. Alright, I'm gonna be back in a few minutes. Sorry guys, here I am, I'm back, I'm finally back. So there was an urgent phone call that needed to be done real quick. So happily it just took, very sorry for this interruption though, and I do know that I killed my entire power and momentum here, but sometimes there are some things in life going on that needs big attention. So, but now we're focusing our attention back to the race. We completed qualifying, we completed the fastest lap, we're leading on the rivalry, which is perfect. There we are. Resource points. Galactic Hawk, thank you so much for your join there on Mixer, and welcome to the stream. Right, 159 points, we just take them. That is good reputation boost everywhere. So let's see.
Well done. That was
we
a
have
good qualifying performance.
a race to do, maybe even a race to win. Let's see how this pans out. And it's 105% AI. We want to have clean racing. We want to have fun, that's for sure. So let's see how things will come. It's cloudy here in Germany, Hockenheim. It's my home Grand Prix.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid
And we have a
looks
look
like
at
for today's race.
the top
Mitchell
10
lines up
starting
on pole
positions.
position, with
So it's
Sebastian
we going
Vettel
from pole
starting
position,
alongside. Looking
only
down the
about
rest
just
the
ahead
grid,
of
we have
Sebastian
Hamilton,
Vettel.
Raikkonen, Valtteri Bottas,
Which is important
and
because we're
Ricciardo,
fighting
Alonso,
P2 and P3 there for the
Perez,
championship.
and Carlos.
Yes, Martin, I thought about increasing the difficulty, and I think I'm gonna do it for next season to put it up to 110. Me stupid idiot forgot about the fuel and the race strategy.
Okay, go through all the gears if you
So,
can.
this is
to make sure the
going to be
engagement
very
is okay
interesting.
before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres.
This is what happens when you
so don't go too high with the revs.
come out of your rhythm, when you're pausing up streams to do something else. That completely shifts your mind away from the actual target, from the actual task. But oh well, that just means we're gonna have to do a handful of stuff managing wise. I still believe in myself though. Doing this alright. Heiko, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your coming in here. Esteban Ocon has been disqualified. What the actual heck? Honestly, Martin, there is a next champion in the making. There is no doubt that Mick Schumacher definitely has the genes, or the is a next evolution of his father, so to say. I think there is no doubt about that. So I'm really looking forward to see Mick Schumacher coming into Formula 1. Esteban Ocon has been disqualified. How can he be stationary in P14 now? As he is disqualified, it's just 19 cars on the grid, as you see in the top left. But let's see if that doesn't jump back to 20 as soon as we get going for starting. Yes, Heiko, potential, he still needs forming. Back to 20. That formation lap thing is such a joke. That start was a joke. Oh, I only just kept it.
Well done, mate. Nice start.
Raikkonen behind now. Oh, he's going for outbraking me. going to probably have to do it all race long. I'm about to save up some fuel through here, which is going to be very important in the next stage of the race, as soon as DRS has been available. I won't have time to put the engine mix into one.
We're approaching the pit window. We'll be on the softs.
Oh, not again. Quickly want to do a mid-session save. Oh, this is happening me really, that I forgot to take enough fuel. And I need to save a lot in those first 2 or 3 laps now, without being put under too much pressure. Also, I need to save up the energy on the ERS deploy. Whenever there's a possible attack coming in, I'll need to be able to counter-attack it.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
DRS is enabled. Rip me. Raptac, thank you so much for your follow-up. I appreciate it.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
Sorry, right now I can't really reply a lot to what's going on in the stream, since I'm focusing a lot here. On the activity on the track.
Plus 1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target plus 1.
Hold on a minute, what are we planning strategy-wise? Should be able to go longer, really.
Box now, please. Box this lap.
But right now I need to run a little bit more power in S3 now. What was the tyre saying? 1 additional lap. Then we go box. There's people behind box now. Oh yeah, I'm fit for that undercut, so I give it everything the engine got. As it's about time. Box this lap. Box this lap.
Pit
Hopefully that wasn't a big mistake strategy-wise. I'm a lot slower now due to the one ultras. They are sliding around in the rear. Oh dear, that could have just cost the lead. Bad pit entry as well. Anyway, we keep the things. So lucky to not be in an unsafe release.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
I have no DRS. Oh dear, they are coming for me. It was a nice slingshot move of him. But we defend hard for that lead. Oh, I need to get past of the cars ahead.
The gap to the car ahead is 10.0 seconds.
Martina will reply to that topic later, that's for sure. Can have a discussion on it. I haven't read your messages yet, but I know what the topic is. And I know it's a highly disputable topic. We're gonna stay in mix 3 now, for the time being. That is looking very good here. It's not easy to get rid of Bottas here. The icy wingman from Mercedes. Hashtag triggered. The next episode of discussion.
Safety car, reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta. Okay, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
That is something I only can lose here, the virtual safety car. I hate it so damn much. still 8 laps to go. Tyres are still in good shape. It's still gonna be a long route.
We're leading our teammate by 15.4 seconds. Caution, caution.
There is a yellow flag. Left hand side, who's that? Ocon. Why is DRS not disabled when there is a yellow in DRS section? Can easily lose the car in the final stages of the race, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Kimi is being Kimi then. Let's just say that F1's got gold. Oh, for God's sake! AI, move out of the freaking way. Just park the car. Six laps to go.
Shows the tyres are okay right now. We anticipate good levels of grip for the next few laps at least. Okay, some information on Sainz. They've got a serious
Is that the next slowing creep around there? Carlos Sainz.
They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
So tyres are good. Ricardo seems to have issues on the car. Cleverest move. Need to save up more energy. Also, I think I need to put the engine into mix 2 again, just to keep a little bit of the fuel delta. As soon as it goes back to 80 or 0.85, can take it down again, speed it up again. Need a little bit more charge on the bat. Obviously, Bottas is now coming in. Keep it mixed 2. Engine deploy medium. Need to keep him out the DRS, and I hope I just did that. The gap is 1.1 second. Difficult to say whether he has it or not. Engine mix 3 for now. That should be good. Yeah, also the sparks at the rear view. That is quite real, so to say. If you can use the term as real in that perspective, anyway. Speaking of real, what has been really pissing me off about this game is that it kept crashing mid-race for no reason. It's like someone put Alt F4 on your keyboard and rip you go. So, mid-session save. Oh, for God's sake.
Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we'll risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Is that race going to end under the safety car or what?
Approaching the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car.
How can you troll an AI that is looking on your inputs?
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
So we will go green for 1 lap, I think.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. You'll be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety car has reached the pit lane.
That was the AI taking over the freaking car.
Expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
I simply cannot believe what has just happened there.
Oh. We don't want to lose places because of a penalty.
For God's sake. No. What is going on here? He just brake checked me on the freaking apex to this corner, nearly did it again. How is it possible that when you're in safety car condition and you're a leading car, the AI is controlling your car? So that gets me furious about this game, really. This is a joke. And also the engineer is asking in the penultimate lap whether we want to change on the strategy. Like, are you for serious?
This is your final lap.
You can think whatever you want of me now. I'm not letting this PC take control of this run. That was a full joke.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
As much as I love the detail of this game, developing the cars and stuff, and having safety car and the virtual safety car, I was having control of my own car until I sped up. And when I sped up and went to the final turn, you know, I was turning on the wheel and nothing was happening. And at some point, without warning, I got back the steering and nearly spun out. Just like this. Yeah, AI bumper cars. Nearly did a Vettel there in the end. Oh, what a freaking joke.
Fantastic. You won the Grand Prix.
For God's sake.
What a fantastic... And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. So
Right.
then, it's time to see how
Shit
this
talk
result affects
coming
the
on
Drivers'
right now.
Championship. It's a good result for Sebastian Vettel, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
My driver of the day was Max Verstappen.
Amazing.
He did a cracking job moving through the field. Just
Have a look at the
highlighting why
standings
he's so highly
then.
rated
28
in paddock.
points gap
And
to
now let's take a look
Vettel
at
since
the
he
constructors'
came.
standings.
What did he came in the
Mercedes
end?
have extended
Third.
their lead at the top of the standings. Well, what are
We still got valiant chances. It's good. 10 races to go. 9 races to go. 28 point gap.
Fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. Was there really any competition for you today? Things are looking up after last week, aren't they? You're beating all expectations. Would you say we all underestimated you? You must be happy with the result today.
Okay.
Appreciate your time.
Quite weird, but anyway. Right. This keeps us left with, I think, some new points in rivalry first. That was great stuff. So next race we can finish up both rivalries again, which will give us a lot of count on the next upcoming chart. First of all, race versus qualifying position 50, yeah, standard. Was it a clean race? I don't think so. That might be the first time I'm missing out on the team bonus program here. Let's see.
Fantastic podium. Well done. Keep pushing like this for the
what
rest of
there
the
is
season.
about. It is being rated as a clean race, so yeah, the team goal is still intact. R&D in progress. Every department is working straight there for Hungary, and I will not be able to put them up with new tasks again. Anyway, guys, that brings it to the end of this stream. Once again, very sorry about this break we had. It's an unfortunate thing, but sometimes as being a team manager of ACR Zakspeed, such things can happen. When you only have a little short time frame to fix some things. Anyway, guys, that will bring it to an end for this. So what else is coming up here? I can only encourage you to watch the Simpit Pit Crew Simpit News from Sean Cole, starting up in 55 minutes on the Simpi Pit Crew channel. A topic definitely will be Assetto Corsa Competizione. The release is scheduled for being in 55 minutes as well, so I'm getting hyped up. I'm getting ready to buy this game and getting ready to get a stream out with it. When it will happen, no one really knows. I do really know when it's going to be happening. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting, that's for sure. And there is more iRacing coming today as well, so if you want to see more of that stuff, make sure to hit that like button, share and subscribe to the channels. Igor Liano, I'm so sorry, but I'm about to just finish off that stream after that magnificent win in the German Grand Prix here in the McLaren. McLaren winning a race. It's the 4th race this season we already won. Ace Night Height, thank you so much for coming in. I'm so sorry to say that you're late though. Anyway, there is more stuff to come. Assetto Corsa Competizione will be released right today. Igor Liano, thank you so much for your follow-up here on Twitch. Make sure to hit that like button and share and subscribe. I will be back today with a brand new Assetto Corsa Competizione beta program being launched. I hope the game is not like ageously big on the gigabytes of the hard drive disk, so it can be downloaded really quick. Other than that, check out when I'm going to be live again, so subscribe to my Facebook pages where I'm going to get you the latest info of when things are going to happen on those channels. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice week, have a nice Wednesday, and have a nice try on Assetto Corsa Competizione as soon as it comes out. Goodbye there.